Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. So, I will start with a brief introduction to Islamic banking and finance. Islamic banking and finance is one of the faster growing sector in the global financial industry. As the industry continues to grow, it's required a strong regulatory framework to ensure transparency, stability and Sharia compliance. One of the platforms that support this industry is the Labuan International Financial Exchange or LFS. It provides an international platform for listing and trading Sharia-compliant financial instruments. LFS also support the growth of the Islamic capital market and strengthens Malaysia's position as an international financial hub.
Moving on to the background of Labuan International Exchange or LFX. LFX was established on 23 November 2000 and is located in Labuan, Malaysia. It was the first international financial exchange in Asia. The main purpose of establishing LFX was to support the development of Labuan as an international financial center and to support the financial service provided by Labuan IBFC. LFX also provide a platform for company to list and trade various financial products such as sukuk, international bond, investment fund and other financial instruments. Next, I will explain the relationship between LFX and Labuan IBFC. LFX is an international financial exchange located with the Labuan International Business and Financial Center or Labuan IBFC. In simple terms, Labuan IBFC is Malaysia International Financial Center, while LFX provide the platform for company to list and trade financial products. The relationship between LFX and Labuan IBFC provides several benefits. For example, it can support faster listing approval, allow investors to trade using different currency, and strengthen Malaysian position as an international financial and Islamic financial center. So, both of LFX and Labuan IBFC play an important role in supporting the development of Malaysia international financial sector.
For Part 4, LFS is officially regulated by the Labuan Financial Services Authority Labuan FSA under the LFSSA and LIFSSA 2010 Acts to ensure all operations meet global standards. Labuan FSA handles licensing and listing approval such as sukuk while supervising market activities alongside the Sharia Advisory Council to guarantee full Sharia compliance. To maintain high transparency and market integrity, LFS strictly adheres to international Islamic finance benchmarks set by AAOIFI and IFSB as well as stringent anti-money laundering AML rules. Finally, overall, exchange governance is managed internally by the LFS Board of Directors and Listing Committee, which mandates certified Sharia advisor for ensures and enforce continuous market surveillance to prevent fraud.
Function of LFX. Number 1 is international listing and trading platform. For point number 1 is international exchange platform, a global trading facility that enables foreign and local entity to conduct financial transactions in foreign currencies. Number 2 is primary market listing, allow companies to issue and sell brand new stock or security to raise capital for the first time. Number 3 is secondary market support, provide a marketplace for investors to trade previously issued security among themselves, ensuring liquidity. For number 2, dual financial hub, conventional and Sharia compliant. Point number 1 is diverse instrument opinion, offer a broad selection of financial products covering both conventional and Islamic banking or investment sector. Now, point number 2 is global sukuk hub, acts as a leading international center for issuing, managing and trading sukuk Islamic bond for global investors.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Let me continue my part, which the third one is the third functions of LFX. Another important functions is providing a regulatory framework for market participants. LFX operate within the regulatory environments of Labuan IBFC, which is supervised by Labuan FSA. The regulatory framework provide rules for financial activity and helps ensure market integrity, investor protections and compliance. Why regulations is very important for LFX? Because LFX need to protect their investor. Other than that, LFX also want to produce their market confidence for investors, so that investors are very confident to invest their money to LFX. This effect for this, more international investor can invest their money to LFS. Other than that, market developments also can increase for help Malaysians keep improving their monthly income. Okay, next is operational efficiency. Operational efficiency means that the listings and approval process can be carried out efficiently according to Labuan FSA and LFX listing. Application may be approved within 2 market business days, provided that all required documents are accurate and complete. Other than that, this can make Labuan attractive to issuers because they can access the capital market through a relatively efficiency process. This is because the investor can feel secure with while invest something for to Labuan. So the last functions for LFX is capital market and capital formations and market developments. LFX also contributes to capital formations. Capital formations refer to the process of raising funds for business and investment activity. Through listing financial instrument, company and others issuers can access investor and raise capital. The raised capital can then be used for business expansions, investment and others company activity. For example, in 2020, 3 new listing worth 6 billion USD were raised through LFX by domestic oil and gas. Lastly, LFX act as a global investment bridge. Why I said like that? Because it connect to issuers who need capital and investor looking for investment opportunity. This is particularly important because Labuan is strategically located within the Asia Pacific regions. Therefore, LFX can help facilitate cross-border investment and connect business with a wider investor base. For example, I just do some research about LFX acting as a global investment bridge. You guys can be seen in 2010 when one Malaysian's Sukuk Global Berhad listed 1.25 billion of trusted certificates on LFX. This show LFX can provide an international platform for issuers to access capital through listing financial instrument, bridge within issuers and investor in the international financial market.
Moving on to the product listed on LFS, there are several types of financial instruments available. These products can be grouped into 4 main categories, which are debt securities, sukuk, structured products, and investment funds. So let's take a closer look at each of these products. First, debt securities, which is financial instrument issued by the government, corporation or financial institution to raise capital. Investors lend money to the issuer and receive periodic returns that can be interest or coupon payments until the principal is repaid at maturity. For example, bonds, medium-term note, euro medium-term note, and commercial paper. Second, sukuk, which is Islamic securities that Sharia compliant investment certificates representing ownership in underlying assets or projects. Instead of earning interest, investors receive returns generated from the performance of the assets in accordance with Islamic principle. Next is structured products that are customized investment instruments whose returns are linked to the performance of underlying assets such as equities, bonds, commodities, currencies, or market indices. They are designed to meet specific investment objectives and risk profiles. Lastly, investment funds. Investment funds pool money from multiple investors to invest in a diversified portfolio of assets. LFS lists both conventional and Islamic funds, as well as exchange-traded funds, offering investors access to professionally managed investment. For example, conventional investment funds, Islamic investment funds, and exchange-traded funds, ETFs.
Now, I will explain the role of this institution in Islamic banking and finance. First, promoting sukuk issuance. It provides an internationally recognized platform for sukuk listing. This helps governments and corporations raise funds in Sharia compliance way. It also supports the growth of the global Islamic capital market and makes the listing process more efficient. Second, attracting international investors. It attracts investors from regions such as Asia, the Middle East and Europe. This increased the visibility and credibility of Islamic financial product. It also operates under the regulatory framework of the Labuan Financial Service Authority, or Labuan FSA, which provide international investors with access to Sharia compliance investment opportunities.
Strengthening Malaysia as an Islamic finance hub. First of all, LFX reinforced Malaysia's position as a global leader in Islamic finance. By supporting the listing of sukuk and other Sharia-compliant instruments through Labuan ABFC, LFX allows international entity to issue product in foreign currency easily. This expands our financial ecosystem far beyond local border. Secondly, LFX complements the role of Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) and the Security Commission Malaysia (SC). While BNM and SC focus on regulating and growing the domestic onshore market, LFX operates as the offshore gateway under the Labuan FSA framework. They don't compete. Instead, they work hand in hand to offer a complete financial ecosystem for both local and global investors. Lastly, this offshore setup enhanced Malaysia's reputation as a premier international Islamic capital market. In our opinion, LFX plays a vital bridge role. It connects Malaysia's deep Islamic banking expertise with international capital, proving that our Islamic finance infrastructure meets global standard.
Next is advantages. Attractive tax incentives. The tax regime in LFX is favorable, which can encourage foreign companies and investors. For example, foreign companies doing business in Labuan may benefit from reduced or competitive tax rates. Next, regulatory flexibility. The flexibility of the rules of LFX allows companies to list and trade financial products more easily. For example, a business may post their financial instruments on LFX and have to do this without having to adhere to the same standards as some of the larger exchanges. To continue, foreign currency denomination. In financial instruments, LFX enables trading in big foreign currencies, which simplifies international investors' tradings. For example, an investor can invest in an US dollar denominated financial instrument instead of converting their money into ringgit. And finally, international market access. LFX is a platform that links businesses with investors across countries to get their money. As an example, countries like Singapore, Japan, or other foreign markets can be targeted by a Malaysian or foreign company using LFX.
Next, we move on to challenge. Firstly, intense regional competition. LFX competes with established financial centers such as Singapore and Hong Kong. These countries have larger markets and stronger international reputation. Therefore, it can be difficult for LFX to attract investors and financial institutions. Second, limited market liquidity. LFX has smaller market compared to major financial centers, so there may be a few buyers and sellers for financial products. This can make transaction less active and may reduce the attractiveness of LFX to investors. Last but not least, global awareness and attractiveness. LFX needs to increase its recognition among international investors and businesses. If people are not familiar with LFX, they may choose the established financial center instead. Therefore, stronger international promotion is needed to attract more foreign investors.
For reflection, we developed an insight into LFX's international financial position. We also understood LFX's strengths and weaknesses in terms of the global marketplace. Also enhanced our understanding of international and Islamic financial market. And lastly, we have recognized the need for innovation and competitiveness for future development for LFX.
So, to To conclude, Labuan International Financial Exchange or LFX plays an important role to supporting the growth and development of the Islamic banking and finance industry. LFX provides an efficient and internationally recognized platform for the listing of Sharia compliant financial instruments such as Sukuk and Islamic investment funds. It also enhances investor confidence by promoting transparency, strong governance, and regulatory compliance. In addition, LFX contributes to strengthen Malaysia's position as a global hub for Islamic finance and attracting international issuers and investors. Although LFX faces challenges such as global competition and changing market conditions, it continues to support innovation and the sustainable growth of the Islamic capital market. Overall, LFX remains an important institution in promoting the stability, competitiveness, and global recognition of Malaysia's Islamic financial industry. Thank you.